Good afternoon, everyone. This is YC. Welcome back to my channel, YC Cooks and Bakes. This evening, we're just going to have a simple spaghetti and meatballs and some garlic toast with it. So I thought I would show you just how I do my meatballs, and it's pretty much almost like I do my meatloaf. In order for the meatball to turn out nice and tender, you want to take several steps, and I'm going to show you what I do. The first step, I'll show you that I did buy 80% lean, and this was $6.30 for 1.32 pounds at Food Line. Very, very expensive, $4.79 a pound. So this is all we're going to be putting in our pasta sauce. I'm going to put it in, form it into meatballs. But anyway, we're going to start off with this. So just a little over a pound. Everything, is so expensive right now. And the first thing you want to do is saute some garlic and some onion. And as soon as you, like I said, as soon as you smell the garlic and it's really fragrant, that's when you put in your onion. And this is only like a quarter of an onion because we have a very small amount of meat. So I've already sauteed them. I'm going to go ahead and put that in at this time. And it's not only does it make your meatball more tender and softer to saute the onion and the garlic, but you don't want to bite into a raw piece of onion that hasn't cooked properly inside your meatball or something. There's nothing worse. So when you make them, you want everything cooked. And then you're going to put in, of course, a little bit of salt. Even if you're staying away from salt, meat has to have salt. You don't want to add it at the table, but you can add it while you're cooking. And then if I can get this open, let me see here. There it goes. I'm going to put a little bit of black pepper, salt and pepper to taste. And then I'm going to put some Italian seasoning because we are doing Italian tonight. And you kind of eyeball it, but this is probably going to be like a teaspoon. Okay. And then you want to put a little bit of breadcrumbs. Now this is panko crumbs, and it's only half of a cup. And I moisten them with milk. And you let them sit until they're nice and soft. You don't want a really rough, coarse meatball with lots of chunks in it that are really hard. You don't want that. You want it soft and tender. And to be able to do that, you have to take these steps, just like you would for a meatloaf. It makes all the difference in the world to soak your panko crumbs in milk, saute your garlic, saute your onion. All these steps make all the difference in the world when it comes to the consistency of your meatball and the texture when you go to eat it. Okay. And I'm going to make them, because we're dealing with such a small amount of meat, I am going to make them a little on the small side too. And I just use jarred sauce. I use Prego. We normally use ragu, but with the way prices are, I was looking at everything and we decided Prego this time. I saw that Rayo's, the Rayo's that they had on the Twilight Zone aisle in Aldi for a while that everybody was bragging about. They have that at Food Line, but it's over $8 a jar. And I don't know about you, but I don't spend over $8 a jar for spaghetti sauce. I just as soon grab some tomatoes and blanch them, take the skin off, and take the beaters to them. I'm not going to do all that. That's a little insane to spend that for pasta sauce. I'll make my own. But right now, we're just going to use, tonight, we're going to use Prego. And I do buy really good Parmesan. I don't buy that cheap stuff in the canister, you know what I mean? We buy the really good stuff. Okay, you'll know once you wet those panko crumbs or Italian crumbs, it doesn't matter. Once you wet them and then once you saute that onion and garlic, you'll see how it gets sticky. Once they get sticky, that's, you know, it's time to, you can roll them into a nice meatball. So I'm just going to keep rolling them into meatballs about that size, about like a quarter, you know, the size of a quarter, not real big or anything. And yes, they will shrink some more, but it'll be nice to have a whole bunch of meatballs in our sauce this evening instead of just throwing the meat in there loose, you know, for a change. And then sometimes, some nights we use cut up sausage or like loop sausage. We'll cut it up, but tonight we wanted meatballs. So that's what we're doing. Well, at least I did anyway. And I'll talk to you a little bit too about the sauce. If you're going to put like peppers or something in your sauce, you're going to want them partially cooked first too, you know, if your sauce is already cooked. Unless it's just something that you put in the crock pot all day long and simmer, I would make sure everything is cooked. You don't want hard parts unless you just like everything extra crispy like that on top of a soft noodle. It's all in what you want, I guess. But the number one seasoning for your pasta sauce to bring out the tomato flavor is, believe it or not, and a lot of people don't know this, they think, oh, it's thyme or it's oregano or basil. You know, no, it's not. They've even guessed salt. It's sugar, just a little bit of sugar. And I know people, oh, I got to stay away from salt. I got to stay away from sugar. I got to stay away from carbs, blah, 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 blah. A little bit of sugar goes a long way to making the, getting down the acidity in the sauce and bringing out the tomato flavor that is in your sauce. And it makes a difference, just like in chili con carne. The most important ingredient is sugar. Is it the most used ingredient in it? No. But a little bit goes a long way. You'd be surprised what sugar can do in a sauce. It's just amazing. And that's what brings out the tomato flavor. And if you don't believe me, go ask somebody in Italy. Sugar's really important to tomatoes. It really, really is. So, I grew up with in a French and Italian Catholic neighborhood. We had Irish too, up in Canada. Yep. So, and my family knows that. Yep. So I'm just making these meatballs, and then I'm gonna cook these. Probably throw them in the toaster oven. That's probably what I'm gonna do, and then I'm gonna start to boil the water for my pasta. And I'm just going to continue to make them this size. And I'll bring you back after. Okay, everyone, it is our supper time. Spaghetti and meatballs with garlic Texas toast. And I'll bring you forward so you can see it. This is what it looks like. There's the Texas toast and the pasta and meatballs. And probably put a little of this nice Parmesan on it, like so. And I'll let you see it. That's what it looks like. And the meatballs turned out beautiful and tender. That's our dinner for tonight. Have a great night. Bye-bye.